Right, good morning, welcome back to another video. To start this video, I'm just going to say I've changed the upload schedule to make my life a bit easier and to make the content a bit better for yourselves. So I'm going to upload a video every Tuesday and Friday, a bit like somebody else you may have seen on YouTube, but I don't really care. Every Tuesday and Friday from now on. Right, what are we doing today? As you may have seen, if you've watched any of my previous videos, over the years I've acquired quite a bit of machinery. Not necessarily the newest machinery, but I have acquired some machinery. Such as this lovely Teagle straw chopper. It's an 880, cost me a few £1,000, shall we say. I can't remember the exact figure, but this is one of the pieces of equipment I got this year, well last year actually technically, but that's one of the pieces of equipment. This wonderful class 255 round baler, which you would have seen videos on many times over, for reasons that we will not get into in this one. But that is a purchase I did this year. Cost me approximately £4,500 to £5,000. So of course I want that undercover. This Map Road telehandler. TS270. It's not the newest of telehandlers. However, I bought this I think 2 years ago and it cost me around the £6,500 mark. To be honest, it doesn't need to live inside. You probably still won't live inside, but if we could have space somewhere in a barn for it, that would be quite nice, because yeah, things just do better inside than they do out. Like this bale wrapper. I don't know what brand it is. I think it might be like half homemade. That's about all I know about it. It's very manual. You have to put bales on and off of it, and it takes 500mm bale wrap, and it cost me, I think, in the region of £600 about 3 years ago, so not too bad. And all of those machines that you would have just seen are going to be better off stored inside, especially during the winter months. And that brings us on to another situation, which is I don't have anywhere currently that is ideal to store these sort of machines, but we are going to make some space in one of my barns, which we'll have a look at in just a second. Now, if you haven't done already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell, because it will notify you of my videos that are now every Tuesday and Friday rather than whatever days they were before. Right, we're going to have a look at the barn and have a look at the other barn, which we've got to move a load of stuff in because I landed it and I haven't cleaned it out yet. So I've got to move, I think there's about 40 bales probably that I've got to move in order to make some space, but I'll show you that in just a second. Right, I'm about halfway through moving these round bales out of this barn, which I'll show you. Put about half of them out, stacking okay over there. So I'm just going to carry on doing that. This isn't really the moving of the bales isn't really the main purpose of this video. The video is obviously to get the machinery store which I need. So with that being said, I'm going to carry on moving these bales, and then know me. I get the feeling that you're cozy, yeah, that's what they told me. Baby, I can see you got what I need, so move it closer, don't be shy with me. A little clarity, you know I'm ready. Baby, I just gotta say it. I'm into you. I'm into you. I'm into you like. I'm into you. I'm into you. I'm into you like. Ooh la dee da, ooh la dee da 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 dum la dee da. I'm into you like. Ooh la dee da, ooh la dee da 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 dum la dee da. I'm into you like. You're looking at me like you're hungry, lick your lips, you want me, yeah you want me. Ain't gonna stop you, I ain't
do you like? Ooh la dee da, ooh la dee da 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 dum la dee da. I'm into
Right,
you
we finally made it to where this video is about.
like.
I present to you the empty area in which the machinery is going to go. It's quite a big area, and it will certainly keep it dry, keep it out of the sun, and just make me a bit happier, really. So, what's the first piece of machinery that's going in there, you ask? I will show you. That would be this lovely Teagle straw chopper. It's an 880. Yeah, I brought it this year. Not for too much money, thankfully. Although it's been very trouble-free. I haven't had any issues with it, and it's an absolute lifesaver during the winter. It makes bedding up a wonderful amount easier, and also I occasionally use it to feed them. Probably shouldn't, but I do. But anyway, that's the first piece of equipment that is going in this barn. So we will do that now. Might take a few attempts to get everything where I want it, you know, and where it makes logical sense. But we will just see as this progresses. Right, hopefully you can see me. Straw blower. I'm thinking about here somewhere. Wonderful. I'll go and get that. You guys can stay there. Just going to move it over a little bit, I think. The tighter I can get it in there, because I've got something to go next to it, which I kind of want to be able to get to a little bit. Not as much as this, I don't need to get around this at all, really. Ooh. She's tied in there. Might have gone a bit too much there. So the sun keeps coming up in your eyes. Right, that's the first piece of equipment in there. It's not ideal. It's a little bit on the angle McDangle, but she's in there. Quite tight. Not too much wasted space, which is exactly what we don't want. Right, the next piece of equipment slash a vehicle that I think I want to put in here is, right, the next wonderful thing to go in there is my Defender 90. Couple of reasons which we'll get onto after an absolute ball ache getting the thing started. I finally got it started. Right, you're all gonna say, why are you putting it at the back? Why are you not using it? Why are you not this? Why are you not that? Well, the simple explanation is it needs a lot of work. Well, I say a lot, not loads, but it needs quite a bit of work. And that work just simply, at the moment, is not gonna get done, because you've got to have money to do these sort of things, and not one part of that is cheap. Not one part of fixing that Defender is cheap. Now, I could get it on the road for probably a couple of £100, but it's just not going to happen at the moment. It's better off being put at the back here next to the straw blower, out of the way, out from the rot and the rust that it gains outside, even though it's summer. It's just going to do a lot better being in here where it's safe, can't get stolen, it's out of the way, and there's probably going to be enough room either side of it, that I can tinker with it, do bits with it while it's in here, because actually part of the reason I've put the straw blower this side is because here there is a door that goes into my workshop, which is a whole another sore subject on itself. But that basically means that in the evenings, whenever I've got a bit of time, I can just tinker on it really. Just do little bits and bobs and hopefully get it done, because it needs doing. I just haven't got around to it. Right, I'm gonna get that in here, then we'll see what's next. Just make sure it's straight in there, or is it piss me off? Yep, that's pretty good. So that is the back row done. Teagle straw shopper, Land Rover Defender. Probably, I don't know, a fair chunk of money's worth of visual at the back. I'm going to turn this off and hope that I don't need to move it again, because oh, what a pain that was. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I might leave it in gear because it's not the most... it's not got a very good handbrake. Right, what's next? I've got a couple of choices of what to put in next, but I'm not sure which way to do it, because the things I've kind of got left to put in here I'm going to need, and there's things that I'm going to need before I need other things, but then this is where it gets a bit complicated. This is where I need a bigger space, but I haven't got one. So we're just going to make it work. I'm going to have a little think, and then we'll see what we're going to put in here next. Right, I've had a 10-minute think. I'm going to put the baler here in front of the Defender, and then something in front of the baler, because it just makes ish sense. It's the best way to do it. So with that being said, we're going to get that baler in here, and then we'll move on to the next thing we've got to put in. Whoa, I'm going to get the baler. Very nice. Can't really see how much room I have. It's pretty much straight back like that. Will do the job quite nicely. Thought I'd smashed into my Defender then. That'll probably do. I'm quite happy with that. So there's just going to leave a bit of a gap just so that I can walk through Z gap into my lovely workshop should I need to. So that is the baler in here. I've left it quite tight there because I don't think that matters. Now I've got to take the baler off. Then I've got a piece of equipment to go in front of the Tegel straw chopper, which can go here. A piece of equipment to go there, and another piece of equipment to go there, and then it'll probably be pretty much full. So we're going to take this baler off now. Lots of sunlight everywhere, which is a bit annoying. This is a little bit long-winded taking one of these off. Oh. Before everyone says it, I know I should take the control box inside, but I just don't. It's really complicated to get it off. So it could just stay in here. However, during winter, I will take it inside. So it doesn't get extraordinarily damp. At the moment it's quite dry. I'll just tuck it up by the net wrap out of the way, because that seems like a logical place for it. Stick that there. All three of them. Baler's working way better than I thought it would. I don't really know what I thought, but it's a good piece of equipment, that. Leg down. Oh God. Gotta turn the leg 500 times. I mean 500 times. And hopefully we might be able to just pull this pin. Oh, of course not. I'm going to come back a little bit first. I'll do that, I suppose. One pin out. Well, that's one baler in the shed. You might ask what next. We'll go and have a look, shall we? It's not far. It's literally just the other side of the yard. Might be a bit of a pain to get to, but nevertheless, when have we ever let anything defeat us? Right. That was easy. Let's go around and see if we can get to it, shall we? Right, the next item to go in is the bale wrapper. Very basic, bog standard bale wrapper. You have to put the bales on, you have to take the bales off. It takes 500mm wrap. You have to manually cut it, you have to manually tension the wrap. It's quite a slow, laborious task, but it was a cheap wrapper. I haven't done anything to it. I haven't repaired it. I literally just use it. I couldn't care if it breaks, to be honest. It's just one of those that one day I will replace, but all the time it's working, saving me a fortune. I'm probably not going to replace it. So we'll put that in here next. I am going to need that again this year, but not in the immediate future, shall we say. So it's pretty safe to go in here, I would say. If it's not, then I'm only going to moan at myself. So that's going to go in front of, oh, I'll put you in a better place. That's going to go in front of the straw blower, with any luck. If I can get it in here, should be quite good. Right, that's the next machine in here. Fits quite well. My plan is working out. Straw blower. Bale wrapper situated nicely there. So, got two machines left to go in here that I want to put in here. One here, one here. Now it works perfectly, I think, because of how that sits and how that sits. It's just going to work quite well. So what are those machines? Let's go and get them. Right, the next piece of equipment to go in front of the baler is the hay bob. Now to me, this makes perfect logical sense because the baler sticks out more than the bale wrapper. Now what does that mean? The other piece of equipment that's going here would stick out if it was fitted up against this. That's the first reason. The second reason is I'm always going to need the hay bob before I need the baler. So therefore, even though after I finish throwing up I won't be able to put the hay bob back in its place, I won't have to move it to get the baler out, blah blah blah. But also, big open gap here, all the way to here, which is where that drawbar can squeeze into, and it should just fit in here with any luck. I'm hoping, that's my plan. I've got to just close my workshop door, I think, because otherwise I'm not going to quite get the right angle of the dangle. But that being said, that should squeeze in here with any luck. So I'm going to stick you up there, and we'll see how well this works. Oh yes. That's almost what dreams are made of. I present to you the perfect spot. So, in hindsight, it would have fitted here. However, looks better there. So you can see there's the front. It stays in. Not that particularly matters, but it's fitted nicely around the drawbar of the baler. It just means it's undercover, being slightly protected, even though It's not the most wonderful of things, you know, it's not a big dual rake or something, but it's undercover along with all these other machines. So there's one last spot, just, what are we going to put there? Put your guesses in the comments below now, and we'll go get it and I'll show you it. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piece of equipment to go in here, and the last is my wonderful mower. It's a PZ, I think. Here we go, that's what it is. It's a Greenland CM 168, which means it's small, in other words. Very, very small. I did recently just repaint this. It's a bit dirty again, just dust. And of course, in the finest fashion, I painted it, and 3 days later, a gate fell over onto it and has chipped it there, scratched it there, and there was somewhere else as well, I can't remember, but anyway, turns out you can't have anything nice around here. So that being said, we're going to take this off, and then we'll have a little chat about all of the machines that are in here and what my thoughts are, because why not? Do 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 do. Ja, for God's sakes, man. Back to where we started. Right, these are the bales we obviously stacked this morning. Wonderful. Tractor can park in front of them for now, which makes that look a fair bit tidier. But that over there is the main focus. So I figured we'd start at the back, where we've got the Defender and Teagle straw chopper. Now, out of everything in this barn, the Defender is the only thing I haven't personally brought. It was my late father's. It's been passed through a couple of people. I haven't brought that, but it's very sentimental. I will never get rid of it. Onto the Teagle, like I say, I brought that last year. Got it for a good price. It's been wonderful, and it's probably one of the best pieces of equipment I have for the winter. It's just wonderful, actually. It just makes life so much easier. Gone are the days of pushing bales around. It's just, everything about that's good. So I'm happy with the back row. I think that can't be stolen, which is good. And that's at the back there because it's not going to get used until the winter. Now moving forward, we have the infamous class baler. You will all know about that by now. If you haven't watched the video, it's up there. Again, wonderful piece of equipment. As you would have seen in the last video, I think it'll be the last one that's come out. It works very well, much better than anticipated. There's a slight issue with the net wrap. where it doesn't go to the edge of the bale. I know exactly what it is. It's the foam roller. It's kind of a bit misshaped. Whether we look at that in the winter or not, I don't know. I don't really want to mess with the net wrap system, but at the same time, it frustrates me that it doesn't get to the edge of the bales, as you would have seen. The barrel wrapper. Oh, actually, before we go into the barrel wrapper, the class baler was an okay price for what it was. It had its issues, but the price kind of reflected that, and it works. The barrel wrapper is just the barrel wrapper. Not a lot to say about that, really. The hay bob is just the hay bob. It's slow, laborious, but it works. The gates work well, although I've got to weld another one of them on there because that came off. Bit of shit welding by me. And the same the other side, I think, as well. Again, this gate is actually worse. That top one's snapped off. Oh no, it's not worse. Just that top one's come off. Bit of extra welding needed, I think, but I haven't broken a single tine yet this year, which is pretty good for me, I would say. I normally eat through them like they're minced and butter, but not this year. It's going okay. And the motor is just slow. There's no other two words about it. It's awfully slow. You don't necessarily mow that slow, but it's just very small. I mean, 1.68. Yeah, 1.68. That's basically me in height going across that whole 12-acre field. It's just long. And like I say, the paint has been scratched. There. It's chipped all over there. Oh, it's chipped it there as well. Oh, it looked nice before that. I probably won't even going to bother putting stickers back on it now that I've done that. But anyway, that is my collection of most of the machines. It's not all of them, but it's most of them. It sits quite well in here. It works quite well. Soon to tell if it really works well, because when I need to start getting to pieces of equipment, it's either going to be a ball ache or it's going to work quite well. I suppose we'll just find out. But that being said, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Ring the little bell because it will notify you of my videos that are now every Tuesday and Friday. And I will probably see you in the next one. I'm going to try not to do too much haymaking content, but it's kind of hard because it's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Other than obviously the occasional things like this where I'm tidying up the yard. But leave your comments if you've got any other better suggestions on making this space work. I did think about taking that wall away and having it so you could come round over the other side of that RSJ between that and the telegraph pole and kind of reverse in, but it was just getting too complicated. Also, I may remove the wall in the workshop, build that across there, shut the front off and access all of this through there and have it all angled, and I don't know, loads of thoughts. But anyway, I will see you in the next one and I hope you enjoyed.